What's up, Wargamers? Welcome back to World of Wargaming. Today I'm going to be playing some Grimdark Future. However, I don't have anybody to play with. Luckily, One Page Rules is kind enough to provide a simple two-page sheet of how to run an enemy army with an AI so that you can play solo games of Grimdark Future. Before we get into the game, I want to take a second for a special thank you to a new friend of the channel, Second, who has joined the Patreon at our $5 tier level. I want you to know, man, I'm grateful for you. I appreciate you, dude. Thank you. That being said, if you'd like to support the channel, check out that link to the Patreon in the description. And if you don't want to do that, that's fine. But please do consider hitting the like, subscribe, and bell notification, as those don't cost you anything. And let's get into this game of solo Grimdark Future. Alright folks, so we've got our board set up. Now again, I am playing in 6mm, so I'm not playing a full 6x4 board. This is a Warcry board that I've just laid out a table's worth of terrain onto. I've got my two armies. Each are 3,000 points. I know the Orcs look a little bit thicker at 3,000 points, but their stuff is just cheaper. So we got to figure out which one of these I'm going to be playing. It says to just randomize, so we're going to do evens for the Orcs. No, odds for the Orcs. Odd. That's a 5, so I will be playing the Orcs. And both of these armies are, again, exactly 3,000 points, I believe. While we're talking about the armies, this is definitely the best way to do this. You want to print your information out or write it down, something. Because with two armies, you don't want to keep going back and forth through the list, unless, of course, you just know both of the armies that you're going to be playing in this game that well that you don't need the reference. We're going to play some objectives. I'm going to be playing just the bare bones basic scenario that comes in the basic rules. So we need D3 plus 2, which is going to be 3 objectives. Now we take our area that we can put objectives in, which in this is going to be 12 up. Now, something that I do differently at smaller scale from what the rule book says, the rules say to take your measurement and half it and continue to use inches. I don't like that at this scale. It's easier for me to just play in centimeters, and then I don't have to do any extra math or extra bookkeeping. I just use a different ruler, and that's what works best for me. Obviously, you are free to do it whatever way works best and is going to be the most fun for you. So our deployments are 12, and our objectives have to be out of that, which leaves this area that we're going to split into 1, 2, 3 thirds. So we'll go 1, 2, 3 across the top, 4, 5, 6 across the bottom. We need to roll off, see who's going to place the first objective. I'm going to be the red dice because red makes it go fast. Everybody knows that. I got a 6, so I will place the first objective goes there. So then we roll for the Eldar. 1. So theirs will go in the middle of this square. And then my last one will be the airstrip. It'll be the tarmac right there. So then we go to deploy. Deploy first. Now it says a random deployment zone. I'm going to play the deployment zone that is next to me. So I'm going to deploy my Orcs, and then we'll talk about how to deploy the AI. This is my initial deployment. Orc bikes, copter, buggies, big rig, copters. I've got my 3 units of jump pack Orcs in ambush. The one with the red token denotes the one that has my leader in it. Now over here, on to the Eldar deployment. Their ambush units will automatically be placed into ambush. The blue one here denotes the presence of the Eldar leader. So first step is to split them into groups as evenly as possible. The ambushers, I'm assuming, are going to be in a group on their own. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 units left. So we'll do I'm gonna do a high-low roll to split these as evenly as possible. Okay, so we rolled these 3 group units into the one group and these 4 into the other group. Next, we take the enemy side, we split it into 3, and we roll a D3 for which section its units will deploy in. So looking for group 1 with the tank gets spot 1. Group 2 with the heavy bikes gets a 2. So we're looking at this corner and in the middle. My next step is to deploy them into their sections as close to cover and as close to an objective as possible. So our heavy tank, a unit of Avengers, and a combined unit of Wraith suits are over here kind of tucked behind the cover of this rock. Heavy jet bikes pushed up behind this building. There's no line of sight to them currently. Avengers kind of tucked behind the rock, and the Walker with his scout move manages to get up behind this building and out of line of sight. The decision trees for the AI, there are 3 of them, and you have to sort the enemy army into one of 3 groups. Now, for what we're doing today, because I rolled Eldar as the enemy, they are all counting as shooting units. If they have melee weapons and shooting weapons, but their melee weapons are better than their shooting weapons, then they would be a hybrid unit. And if they only have melee weapons, then they are a melee unit. But for our purposes here today, all of the Eldar would count as shooting because, not Eldar, sorry, all of the High Elf fleets count as shooting. I deployed first, so I'm assuming that I activate first. So I'm going to start by activating this buggy right here. I'm going to zoom up to this objective. The rush order taking me to right there. Now we go to the enemy. Selecting an enemy unit to activate. Pretty simple. We split it into D3 for our purposes here. 3 would be a reroll, or 5, 6 would be a reroll. Reroll. All right, so we're not going to do that anymore. We're going to say low, high, low. All right, so we've got 3 units in that area. So we'll go 1, 2, 3 on a D3. 2. So the unit of Avengers would activate. So now that we know who's going to activate, we figure out what they're going to do, which is a pretty simple, for the shooting unit, which is all of the Eldar or all the high fleets are, is a 3-step algorithm. So are there any objectives not under the AI's control? Yes, there are. If I advance, will enemies be in shooting range? No, they will not. If I advance, will any enemies? Oh, so I guess it's only 2 steps, because I think there's a misprint here because it's the same thing twice. So I will rush towards the end. I am fast, so I can move 16, and I'll stay behind that building as much. Fly this group of copters up that right flank. We'll pick an Eldar to activate. So low or high, high, and 1, 2, 3, 4 in that unit. Let me grab a D. 1, 2, 3, 4 units in there. Yep. 3. So 1, 2, 3. That jet bike is very fast, so it'll jump 20 to right there. Battle rig to right here, where my rockets have range to shoot at that jet bike that is in. Before I do that, I have a psychic knob in here, whatever they're called, and he's gonna try to cast a spell for Warpath. I need a 3 up here because I'm psychic 1. Roll the red dice. Got it. So I'm gonna pick 2 units within 12, which will be the copters and that buggy. Yep. And they both have stealth until the next time they're shot. An Eldar. Low. We got high, low. High. That'll be the tank. So the tank is just going to rush forwards, I believe, because objective. It's going to be coming this way towards these objectives. Or no, yeah. Very fast grav tank strides its way up to here. Go in with me. I'm going to activate this unit of copters, and they're going to advance and take shots at this thing. 3 rockets. Now I'm quality 4, but I'm a bad shot because I'm an orc, so I hit on 5s, and they are in cover, so I hit on 6s. 3 shots. No hits. Picking somebody for the Eldar, or the high or low. That is high, so we got high or low. Low. That'll be these guys who will rush up this direction. They will rush into cover this way. Bringing it to me. I got these bikes right here that haven't done anything. I'm going to activate these bikes and see if I can maybe get around and get a shot on those guys. So I cannot get them into range, so they stop right here. We got 2 units left for the Eldar, so we'll just go high or low. 1 is low, so this jet bike will rush to here. I'm going to activate these bikes. We're going to move over 8, take some shots at that 24 shots here on 5s. That's cocked. Miss, so that's 2 hits. Roll it again. 6 hits, and then 4 more. 7 hits against the Eldar jet bike, heavy jet bike, or high elf heavy jet bike, which is toughness, defense. AP 1, so looking for 3s. So that will fail 4 of them. That AP saved me right there. So that'll be 4 damage on that heavy jet bike. Cause a quality test, which it passes with flying. Have the walker, which I forgot about last time, my apologies, and the group of wraith suits. So we'll go low for the wraith suits. Low is the wraith suits, who are just going to rush up because they're not going to be able to get a shot. They will be rushing towards these objectives over here, bringing me to my buggy right here, who's going to move all the way out, so full 16 up this way. And then the walker, who will move towards an objective and shoot. Poke his head out of cover and shoot at these bikes. So he's got 2 heavy shard cannons and a pulse each, looking for 3s. 6s are rending, that's cocked. Miss, miss, that's 5 hits, 1 rending hit, so the rending hit is on a 6. Oh, I save it. And then the other 4 are on my natural 5 for the bike, yep. Which I will fail all of those, so that will kill a bike and wound. Obviously I can't pull models off these little things, so I just use wound counters to keep up with everything. And I remember, you know, the bikes are tough 3, so right now that 3 represents a bike and then a wound on another bike. I am out of activations, yes, which means that I will activate first in the next round. We go to round 2. We'll set up some ambushers. Okay, so the AI rules for ambush say that they would deploy just like at the beginning of the game, which means that they would be ambushing back here, which doesn't seem right to me. So what I'm going to say is the ambush will be along this table edge, and then they're a shooty army, so I will be trying to put them back in cover where they can take a shot. So we'll go for the unit with the leader. 1, 2, 3. 2. So in this section, we'll go for the next unit, 3. So in this section, and the last unit, 3. So in this section. These 2 units dropping down here. Then I've got things to put down. My units of jetpack boys coming in back here because I really want to take that tank out, and right here. So it brings, I'm keeping this unit with the leader. They're staying in ambush. Bringing it to me, I have the first activation because of stuff and things. And I'm going to start with this unit, who is going to charge this tank. Just like that. So I have 8 close combat weapons. Each of those has 2 attacks, and I have Furious, so I get an extra attack. So I'm going to roll these 8 dice 3 times, looking for 4s. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's 10 hits on just my regular weapons. We'll go ahead and save those. They need defense 2 on the big tank. Fails 1 of them, so that'll be 1. Now I swing with my can openers. So I got 2 Ultra Claws in the unit, which are 2 attacks each, +1 for Furious. Hitting on 4s, that's pretty good. So that's going to be 4, and the High Elf tank needs 6s. Saving 1 of them, which is still going to be, I believe, 9 damage. I'm pretty sure the Ultra Claw is deadly 3. No, it is not. So that'll just be 3 damage onto the tank. We'll then back off and get a fatigue. Now for the enemies, now that they're kind of spread out a little bit more, I'm going to roll a d6 for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we'll see who we activate. 2, so it's going to be somebody in this section, which is 3 fellows, 4 fellows. He's technically in that middle chunk. So 4 fellows, we'll roll the d8 for that. That'll be 1, so that'll be the tank, which is going to advance towards an objective, but shoot at those orcs that are right there. This is probably not going to go well for the jump boys. So we've started off with 12 shots from the rapid scatter lasers on 2s, I think. 3s. Those, every last one of them hit. Okay. That's going to be 12 saves at a 6 up, because I'm quality defense 5, correct? Yes. Okay. So I got to roll 2 more. This is 10 dice. I've misplaced 2 dice somehow. So I save 1. So there's 9 left. 4 more shots, or 2 more, because that was 10. Save 1 of them if I'd failed both, but that is a wiped out unit of orcs. That tank is scurry. I'm gonna take these bikes and I'm gonna charge them into that heavy jet bike. Yep. Let's go. Man down, I have 1 close combat weapon left. Hitting on 4s. It's 1 hit. No AP to the jet bike. I have 4 claws. So I'm gonna roll this and then 3 more dice. Looking for 4s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and these are at AP 4 onto the heavy jet bike. Looking for 6s. That will clear that jet bike out of the way. And then I am going to consolidate my 3 back towards the see where we're going to activate a high elf. That's 4, which is over here, which we'll say is that unit. So they're going to advance and then shoot. So they're going to advance just across the top of the buildings here. They have fly. This is the unit with the leader who is a psychic. So I've got to roll to see what he's going to do randomly for his power. Soul Seer, which will be an enemy unit within 6, takes 3 hits at AP 2. My psyker over here is not within 18 to try to stop it. So we'll go to some saves. So 3 hits, AP 2, that's going to be 6s. Roll the red dice. No saves. So that'll be another dead bike. And then the unit will shoot. 4 laser blasters that are attack 2. Rending. Okay, got a couple of rending hits in there. And quite a few just hits as well. So 4 regular saves on my 5 up. Fail them all. And then 2 saves on a 6 up. Pass 1 of them, so that'll be 5 damage, which will kill 2 more bikes. It has 18 wounds, so that will cause a quality test, trigger a quality test for them. Oh! Which the Orky boys passed. Of course, I'm not done shooting yet. So I guess I've passed my quality test. I've still got to keep shooting, because all the shooting would technically happen at the same time. I just got a little bit excited and ahead of myself. So they also have a Hawk Laser, which is 2 attacks, AP 2. 1 hit, looking for a 6. Fails, so that'll be a wound. And then the leader has a carbine, I think. Yes, just a regular old carbine. 1 hit, no rend, so looking for a 5. I do not pass this. That's 2 more damage. Almost enough to kill another bike. We go to me. And I want to deal with some of this nonsense back here before it comes to bite me somehow. So I'm within range right there, so I'm just going to shoot my flamethrower all over this unit right here. There's going to be 12 shots. 12 shots. Hitting on 4s, because the buggy does not have bad shot. That's a lot of hits. Pretty good. So that'll be 8 hits at -1. Onto the high elf Hawks. Looking for 5s here. 1, 2, 3. That is enough to kill the unit. You just had a poor roll on where you jumped in at, friend. Bringing us to high activate. 1, 2, 3 is going to be this unit of Avengers right here, who can just shuffle around, stay in the cover, get a slightly better shot at the copters, and they will take it. 10 shots. Looking for 3s. 5 hits on my defense 5. Pass 2 of them, so that will kill a copter. No really good spells to cast with him at the moment, so we're just going to shoot at these fellas. The rockets, he is not a bad shot, so hitting on 4s. There's 1 hit, AP 2, looking for a 6. That'll waste a guy. Hits on a 4. Hits, that is blast 3, AP 1, looking for 5s. Pass 1. 2 damage, hits on a 4. Does not hit. That is, however, enough. That's 3 damage on them, so that's enough to cause a quality test, which they pass with flying colors. We'll activate an Eldar. 6. That'll be these guys right here. They're the only ones in that zone, and they will advance towards the objective and shoot at probably the buggy. 2 guys hitting on 3s. 1 hit. And armor on the buggy is 5. Miss. Fail. Take these guys into here. 8 close combat weapons, 3 attacks each. Looking for 4s. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 with no AP. For 4s. Ooh, that is enough to wipe the unit. 3 right onto the corner of the roof right there. Let's see what we're going to do for Eldar. High Elves, 3. There's nothing in 3, so we'll roll again. 2. That's going to be in this section where we have 3 units, so we'll go 1, 2, 3, go. 1, that's going to be the Walker, who is going to shoot at these bikes that have been pretty heavily 8 shots from the twin shard lasers total. Looking for 3s, which are 3 hits, so we're looking for 6s. Pass 1, fail 1, that'll kill a bike. Got 1 bike left. Regular save, fails, takes a wound. We'll have to take a quality test there, which I pass. Hold on, friends. I'm gonna run these choppers into that unit right there. I'm gonna fly right over the top of them, come at them from the backside. So I have 2 copters left that each have impact 3. So we got 6 impact hits to take. Looking for 4s. Pass 3 of them, take 3, and then we'll go on to combat proper. I only have 2 guys left, so I have 2 Ultra Claws, which will be 3 attacks each. Looking for 4s. Pretty good roll, and they're looking for 6s. Wow, they passed 3 of them, but failed 2, which is enough to finish off the unit because it is only a 5-man squad. I'll take my consolidate back that way. Eldar doing stuff. Places with yet to be activated Eldar here and there, so we'll go even for the Wraith suits. Even is for the Wraith suits, so they're going to move up towards that objective and shoot their Wraith cannons at these boys that are hiding on top. They'll move up 6 and unload, and their Wraith cannons are absolutely terrifying. 12 shots hitting on 4s because I have cover on top of the building. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That saved me. Cover helped me a little bit. They had a pretty poor roll there. That's 5 hits at AP 4. So I need 6s. I passed not a 1 of quality test, which I failed, so I will become pinned because it was from shooting, not combat. 4 shots from the bikes into the Wraith suits, hitting on 5s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pretty good shooting for some orc fellas, some orc lads. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Cocked. Miss. So 11 saves. Wraith suit 3+ to a 4+. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wow, they will take 2 damage. Oh no, wait, there's only one left. Only the jet bike can go. So the jet bike doesn't need to move to shoot, I don't think. So I don't think it will. It will shoot at these because they will prioritize enemies who have not activated. Move up because that'll put him in range of the buggy. So we got 4 shots from the shard cannon hitting on 3s. With rend, so that's 2 on 6s and 1 on a 5. So the 6s pass 1, fail 1, and the 5 fail. So I'll take 2 damage on that group of coppers. Oh no! Wait. Because I have the stealth thing. The 6s are going to hit regardless. The other one would not have hit because it was a 4. And oh no, a 4 would hit. A 4 would hit. Never mind. Even with the stealth, a 4 would hit. Meanwhile, I have this unit of copters and that buggy to activate. Copters are going to fly up here and shoot their rockets at that heavy jet bike. 3 rockets coming in on 4s. No, 5s, because bad shot. 1 hit. It's an AP2. Looking for a 4 there. That is a 3, so that'll be a deadly 3 hit. So that'll be 3 damage. Quality test. Oh, and they fail the quality test. Becoming pinned. AI units that are pinned will always activate very, very last on their last buggy over here. I'm going to actually pull back since copters. Pull back and try to finish off this group of Avengers that's over here in the background with the flamethrower hitting on 4s. It's 4 hits, AP1, looking for 5s. Pass 2, fail 2, that with 3 damage, that is enough to finish that unit off. Which will bring us to the end of turn 2. The High Elf fleets finished activating first, so they will go first in round 3. Okay, start of turn 3. Let's see which of our High Elf friends is going to activate. So they've only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units left on the board, so we're just going to roll a d6 and we'll re-roll the 6. Of course. Okay, so 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4 would be the tank, who is going to move towards the objective. Wait, no, it would move to this objective because it's closer, and then we'll shoot at probably the copters on a regular advance. So we're going to go here, we're going to shoot at those choppers. Looking for, what am I looking for here? Looking for 3s, 4s because of the cover from the roof. So that'll be 5 hits from that. Does this have rend? Just AP1, so looking for 6s. 5 dice. Save none of them. So that will finish off 1. That's 1. It'll finish off another one. And it'll leave a point of damage on the singular. And then we keep shooting. There's 2 wounds left in that unit. Shard cannon is rending. 1 rending hit on a 6 for the orc. Fails, so that's 1 more damage. And then we got the pulse laser, which hits twice at AP3 with lock on, so that would have hit at 3. It would have ignored. Doesn't matter. Hit anyways. Look for 6s. That is a fail, so that it will take that unit of copters off the objective. Alright, so I've got the 16 that I need to come into these wraith suits. They're not as scary in this loadout in melee as they are at that 12 centimeter, that 12 range of 12 with those wraith cannons. So I'll swing first. 2 close combat weapons hitting on 4s with the extra attack because of Furious. So that's 3. Saving on 3s for the wraith suit. Pass them all. And have 4 claws hitting on 4s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So half on 4 up. That's about average. These are going to be on 6s for the wraith suits. They get none, so that will finish a suit, kill a suit, and put a wound on a suit. Right? No, 6. Put 2 wraith suits left. 3 close combat attacks each. No AP, no rending, no none of that. Hitting on 3s. So that's 6. Okay. This will be on the Orc 5 up. I will save 3 of them. Admirable. Take 2. Lost combat, so they have to take a quality test. Ooh, which they fail, but I've lost 8 wounds out of 18 wounds, so it's not enough to make them rout. It is, however, enough to pin for me. Eldar will go next, so we'll go high or even for them. Odd, so the Walker will go next, and it's actually going to move up some this time. It wants to start getting closer to that objective, and I think it's pretty confident about finishing that off. It's going to just kind of scuttle up to right there between the buildings and dump some shots at those orcs. Shard cannons on 3s. Ooh, not great shooting. 3 hits, AP 1, so looking for 6s. Fail them all, which is enough to kill me off. I got 16. Yep, that is enough to finish that unit of bikers. 1 is going to pull back up onto the objective and dump shots. Okay, looking for 4s, because the buggy doesn't have bad shots. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. About half. Orcs are shooting pretty good today. Be at -1, so a 3 up. Tank fails 2. Takes 2 damage. Tough 12, so taking it to 6 wounds will cause a quality check, which it passes. Eldar will be this group of hawks who will advance onto that objective. See if the leader will cast a spell. So that's a 2, which is Soul Seeker, which it cannot do. 5 is Blessing, so we'll try this. I need a 5 up. Do not get it. Blessing will be within 12 and giving them impact 1. Bringing it back to me. I will... Yeah, I gotta get him moving. Try for headbang here. I need to show a 4. Yes, I need to show a 4. I fail and they would have beat me on that one. I can't shoot because I rushed. This buggy will advance, I believe, and I think he can get some shots. Landing right there, and yes, I can get shots onto the tank. Looking for 4s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits at AP 1. So they're looking for 3s. Drop dice don't count. Cocked. So pass 2, fail 3 for the tank, which it fails and becomes pinned. I've got this unit of copters. I'm just going to move up a little bit. Send their rockets at the tank. Hitting on... Ooh, I forgot I should have been hitting on 5s. I forgot that tank has stealth. That is my bad. I missed a rule. It does happen sometimes, and it is unfortunate, but I'm going to remember it for what little bit's left. Looking for bad shots. 5, looking for 6s. No hits from the rockets. They'll remove this pin. I'll remove this pin. They will remove this pin. And then that will do it for turn 4. I finished activating first. We're going to pull this buggy up onto that unit of Avengers and this will be 5s because they've got some cover behind that building. More than half the unit is tucked. Still really good shooting. Good grief. Okay, so that's 7 at -1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Looking for 5s. Okay, so past 2. His unit has regeneration, so these regenerate on 5s. Past 1, so 4 of those fellows will have to take a quality test, which they fail and become pinned. Battles have 3 units that are currently unpinned. Them. Oh no, wait. Yes, yeah. Here, here, and here. So we're gonna roll a d3. 2. That's gonna be the walker, who's gonna walk towards the objective and then take shots at this cannons on 3s. 5 hits. Ooh, save one of them. So that'll be 4 damage. Are on 3s. Both hit. This will be 6s for me. Fail both. That is 2 more damage, which will kill the buggy because it's tough 6. So buggy's gone. I'm gonna activate here. Just get up to the objective. I'm going to, then they've got Wraith Cannon. Actually, yeah, they got Wraith Cannons or Jet Bike. So even will be the Wraith Suits. The Jet Bike will activate and move towards the objective best it can. Rushing to right there. Bringing it back to me. I'm going to activate these bikes, and I'm going to crash back into those Wraith Suits. Combat weapons on 4s. Save it on 3s, because no AP there. Save them all. Then we got some claws. Looking for 4s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them. Looking for 6s. That's cocked. Saves 1. So they'll take 6. Wraith Knights will strike back. Okay, 4 hits. Save it on 5s. No save, so 4 more damage to me, but I'm still going to win that test for the Wraith Suits. Ooh, they pass it. That's unfortunate. I really wanted them to fail right there, because at that point they would have run away. I will step back. Wraith Suits will shuffle around, try to get within 3 of the objective. I don't think they can. So they're going to shoot at the bikes. Got them pretty much blocked off where they can't really get to the objective. Hitting on 3s. 3 hits. These will save on 6s. Save 2 of them. Fail 1. Gonna move up. I'm going to split my shots here. I'm going to put I do have a spell that I can cast. Let me do that before I bolt here on the walker. Oh, I get it. Wait. Yeah, I do get it. So 1 hit, AP 4, so it's going to be a 6 to save. They do not save, so that's deadly 3, which will cause a pinning check, which might save me the game here. 3, quality 3, they're fine. And the walker is also fearless. Now for my shots. I'm going to put the rockets into the rockets and the cannon into I'm gonna put the rockets into these guys. We'll put everything else into the walker, and we'll see what happens. Looking for 4s. All 3 of those hit, and they are AP2 on the rockets. They fail, and the rockets are deadly 3, so that'll kill the guy. That will also kill then the hero, who has tough 3, and then we'll shoot at the walker. Okay. Let's see. On 4 hits. Lobber mortar hits on a 4. Hits. Heavy machine guns hit on 4s. Okay. So we got these 2 hits. AP 2 for the cannon. Fails 1 damage. AP 1 for the lobber mortar. passes. So it'll be 1 damage, which is enough to trigger, however, another quality test. Ooh, that's the one we wanted because pinned models can't hold objectives. And he's already activated for the round, so I don't have to worry about him anymore. Outstanding. We lift the choppers to over here, and that will secure the victory. But that came down to be a lot closer. Like that got a little bit squirrely there for a minute, in ways that I really wasn't expecting it to. All in all, pretty fun system. I think I made some mistakes there in that last round because I think I was supposed to target differently here, because you're supposed to prioritize targets that have not activated yet, and I shot at the buggy instead of here, but I had a chance to kill the buggy. I didn't really have a chance to kill there, so it seemed like just the more correct choice to me. So all in all, I think it's a pretty solid AI system. It's a pretty solid logic tree. There are some things that I may tweak and play around with. I don't know that I'll film it, but if I do this some more, because this was pretty entertaining. This is a pretty solid way to kill an afternoon, you know. And this is not my first time doing it, but second, maybe third. So it is still, I'm still having to check things, and I don't know everything quite by heart yet. But once you get to that point, I imagine it would go pretty quickly. But plus the scale here makes, I don't know that I would want to do this on like a full 6x4 with 28mm models. But being able to do this at 6mm or 10mm at a smaller scale and have it just be, you know, a board game size that I can very quickly and easily reach everything and move everything, and I'm not walking loops around the table, I enjoy that a great deal. Let me know what you think about playing this game and other games at 6mm or 10mm at smaller scales, because this may be some more content that I'm looking to get. Maybe not a lot more of the solo content, but as far as back reps, because I think that at this scale I can print and paint an army very quickly, and then I can showcase different lists and play styles of different factions and things like that, which excites me a great deal. Whatever happens, I want you to know that I'm grateful you stopped by and hung out today while we played some solo Grimdark Future, and I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. And as always, I'd like to say a big, huge, from the bottom of my heart, thank you to our patrons who support us and pledge to us over on Patreon. You guys are the absolute best. If you enjoyed the content you saw here today and that's something that you would like to consider doing to help out the channel, go over there, check out the link in the description, check out the Patreon. There's a lot of cool stuff over there, including access to our Discord server. Talk to me, hang out with me, talk about our work, what we got going on in the hobby, some shout outs, all kinds of cool stuff. Check it out if that's something that you think you would be into. And regardless of whether or not you do that, I want you to know that I am incredibly grateful that you decided to stop by and spend part of your day with me today, rolling dice and pushing toy soldiers around. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day, and as always, may the dice be ever in your favor.